Hey guys, it's Carla. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm painting an old wash basin. This is super easy, especially if you have the outline. And if you want the outline, if you look in the description below, you'll see a link to my Facebook page, and I've got all of my outlines on there. So you can go on there and print that off for free. I'm keeping this very loose. Just very quick, short brush strokes. And I'm using right now I'm using a synthetic flat brush. It's just a very cheap synthetic brush. But use whatever brush you feel like you need for the area that you're working on. Throughout this painting, I'm using just the flat brush, and then I'll switch to a little round brush after a while. But so I'm just painting all of this one solid color to begin with, and you don't have to use the same color I'm using. Just come up with your own and just paint it all one solid color, and then we'll go back with the highlights and the lowlights to give it some dimension. Okay, now I've picked up a little bit of white here because this is, if you don't want to lose your outline, this is a good way to not lose it. Just change the shade of it. Wherever you want to keep that outline, just change the shade a little bit. And then when you paint around it, like I'm doing right now, then you'll still be able to see right there where that line is. So you can do that anywhere on the painting. Just make the shade a little bit different, just so that you don't lose that line. But if you do lose it, it's really easy to draw back in. But if you don't want to draw, then just change the shade a little bit. I'm using an 8x10 canvas panel. You can do this on different surfaces, but these panels are very easy to come by and inexpensive, so I typically just use them, and they're easy to frame too. You can put them in just a regular picture frame. Okay, so I've got the whole thing painted one solid color, and now with my little round brush, I'm going to come in and put in my rims, like the outline along the rims, and this kind of helps shape your vase. Also, I'm using craft paint, so you don't have to have some expensive paint. This is just, we're just doing this as a hobby or decor, so craft paint works just fine. And cheap brushes work just fine. In fact, I like to work with cheap brushes because you can abuse them if you need to, and you don't have to worry about ruining an expensive brush. So now I've mixed up some blue and brown to make a shadow color for my deeper areas. So that would be down in the bowl. And I'm just very loosely painting this on. Don't try to get too detailed with it. I just want it to look shaded down in there. And then with that same color, my light is coming from the right hand side. So I'm shading, most of my shading is going on the left of the bowl and the vase. So just, keep in mind where your light comes from in any painting. Just keep in mind where your light comes from so that you'll know where to put your shadows. And if you used a different color for this vase, then you can use a different color for the shadow. blue and brown makes actually a good shadow color for almost any color, but because it makes almost a black. In fact, a lot of people make black by using just the raw umber and the blue. But whatever color you use, just make sure that your darks go where your darks should go and your lights where your lights should go. And the color itself doesn't matter all that much. It's just darks and lights is what really counts. That's what gives you the dimension. So I want a little bit of dark down in here, but if the light's coming from the right, then it's going to shine against the left-hand side of the inside of that picture. So I don't want to get it dark right there. And then right here under the lip, there's going to be a bit of a shadow. And then, like I said, down the left-hand side. But again, keep your brush strokes very loose and just keep your brush moving. Okay, now I'm putting a lighter shade on the right-hand side. But again, I'm keeping it very brush strokey, very loose, because I don't want this to look too uptight. I want it to be a very loose painting. But just keep in mind where your light is and where it would hit on your vase and on your bowl. And don't be afraid to use your finger to blur it out if you need to. Now I'm using the little round brush to put in some really bright details and to go over my rims again. Guys, if y'all are liking my content, please subscribe to my channel and give my videos a thumbs up. I've started painting very simple paintings that can be done fairly quickly and that look good to decorate with. So if that's what you're interested in, then please help me out and give me some thumbs ups and some subscriptions. So just work with that rim until you get it the way you want it. And then with my flat brush, I'm coming back and putting a really bright highlight right here where the light would be hitting it the most. Okay, now what I'm doing now is putting in some little areas of chipped paint. You can leave that off if you want, but this is an old wash basin, so I just like the chipped paint look. Okay, now I'm going to start on the table. So because I'm using blue for my vase, blue is a very cool color. So now I want to use a contrasting color, a warm color for the table. So depending on what color you used for the vase, you might want to use a different color than I'm using for the table. But I like to have contrasting colors, and the contrast to blue is orange. The complementary color is orange, and I didn't want to use orange, but I did want to use a warm color. So you can either use the complement to your color, or you can use the opposite as far as warm or cool. And either way, it looks good. So I've got that cool vase color and the warm table color. And now I want to mix up that almost black color again, the blue and the phthalo blue and the burnt sienna, the raw sienna, and put in my shadow for the shadow for the bowl. So I want to go right against the bowl and then just form a shape for the shadow. And you can change the shape anytime you want. You can, I think I changed it a couple of times. I just played with it till I was happy with it. But the main thing is to have it really dark right up against the vase. And if you'll notice, it looks like that vase is just kind of floating there. So now I've watered down that dark color, and I'm putting, I'm brushing that onto the vase so that you almost can't tell where the bowl stops and the shadow starts. And that helps to make it look more real when you can't see that defining line. So keep that in mind in other paintings too. When you have a really dark, deep dark shadow like that, then it looks more real if you can't really tell that distinction right there. So then I'm changing the shape again right there. And that's it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this and give it a try. And like I said, the free outline is in the description below if you want to try it. And again, please subscribe to my channel and give this a thumbs up if you like it. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and I hope you tune in next time.